answer, do you know? Yeah, so it would just be for someone who's learning it for the first time. They'd need to do it. Exam question, how about the middle top? Yeah, so you can also write it as over. And how about the one on the very right? Yeah. Well done. How about this? Yeah, and so x by itself is the same as x to the power of? Yeah. That's fine. How about this one? And how about C? Yeah, so it's just one is written as a fraction, one is written as divided by. How about this one? Well done. These are the exam questions. I think you'll be okay. Let's do C, bottom right. Yeah. How about a to the 6 over a to the 6? Yeah. And as something as a to the power of something? Yeah, and that just shows you anything to the power of 0 is 1. So you divide by itself. Let's say bottom right here. Yeah. Okay, how about these? 3 times a third. 2 times a half. 2 halves. A fifth times 5. So 8 times what makes 1? And last one. Yeah. And so the reciprocal of a number is what it must be multiplied by to make 1. And so the reciprocal of 3 is 1 over 3. The reciprocal of 2 is 1 over 2. The reciprocal of 1 over 5 is 5 over 1, or just 5. So what's the reciprocal of the first one? And the last one. Yeah. What do you get when you multiply these? First one. How about the one on the right, top right? That's it. Okay, how about this one? As an improper fraction? And what is, using that answer, what is the reciprocal of 1.6? Well done. And so to find the reciprocal of a decimal, turn it into an improper fraction and flip the fraction. How would you do, what would be part C for this one? Okay. Mm-hmm. That's it. Nothing wrong with that. That's it. Exam questions. We'll do both. Mm-hmm. That's it. Okay, skip all this. What would you get if you simplified this one over here? A to the 7. No, we'll better do the 10 one. So simplify this by cancelling down. What fraction would you get? That's it. So that will get you 1 over 1,000. What would it be as 1 over 10 to the power of something? So that's 1 over 10 to the 3, which is the same as 1 over 1,000, we said. You could also write this question as 10 squared over 10 to the 5. What would you get? What would that be as 10 to the power of something? Yeah. And so it's the same question written 2 different ways. And so 1 over 10 to the 3 is equal to 10 to the minus 3. And so this one on the right, these A's, what would you get there? And written as a fraction, 3 A's on top, 4 on bottom, what would it be? Sorry, 7 on bottom, what would it be as a fraction? And what rule of indices can you get from those answers? I'll say n. That's it. Yeah, so it's the reciprocal to the power of the positive. That's it. Exam questions. Let's see. Yeah, these are all weird. What would be this one here? What would it be as a fraction in its simplest form? Yeah, that's it. That's the most difficult of those. This one. fine. What would be the one on the right? That's it. So n is 6. How about this one? That's it. Let me just see some. I better leave it. How about this one? Not 7. Yeah. You'll be fine there, I believe. What would be the one on the right here? Yeah, so that's a 2 marker. Okay, this one, 2 squared to the power of 3. What would that be as 2 to the power of something? And what is the quick way of doing these questions? Going from 2 and 3 to just 6. That's it. So what would be the top right one? And how about the middle one? I mean, top middle. And is there any other way you could write that? That's it. Just in case you wanted that. How would you do these? How about the last one? Done. You'll be fine there. What is 25 to the power of a half? That's it. What would be 8 to the power of a third? Yeah. I think you'll be okay. Let me see. What would be the very last one? H. Not. Let's do E and then H. Yeah. And H. Mm-hmm. Well done. Now this is not. Hang on. This is not the one I wanted. I don't know why it looks like this. Why is this? Must be in this one, is it? Yeah, it is. So that's what we did. Exam questions are too easy. Okay, let's try these, the ones that aren't crossed out. Mm-hmm. And you have to find the value of n each time. So n is not 3. Yeah. Okay, go on. So it'd be minus something because it's the reciprocal. To the power of what gives a square root? Yeah. So it's working in reverse. So instead of a 2, it's 1/2. And the last one. How did you get 5? Oh, it'll be simple. So 3 the square. Yeah, basically 7/2 or 3.5. So that's 3 to the half to the 7. And so I'll just write that as 3 to the 7/2. Any questions there? Okay. And hang on, I just want to see something because we did a lot just before I go any further. Just want to make sure I didn't skip anything. No. Okay, well, you were okay there. Yep. Yeah, it's all good. Okay, let's try these. So this is a power to the power. Yeah. And if you think about it, x to the power of 2 times x to the power of 2 would give you x to the 4. So that'll work. Okay, next one, B. Yep. C. Mm-hmm. And D. Mm-hmm. Well done. Any questions there? Okay, exam question. Well done. Yep, well done. And so K equals? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Any idea which is better? Why is that? Because that's what I wrote. What is 9 to the power of 3 over 2? How would you do that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. which is 27. Now what if I said on a non-calculator paper 9 to the power of 1.5? Yeah, and that's literally why we do it. And it's basically this one here you raise to the power, and then this one here you root. Whereas if it's a decimal, it's like, is it 3 over 2? Is it 6 over 4? Or, you know, that's the difficulty. Whereas it's the same with the gradient. The top part and the bottom part tell you something about it. And that's why we leave it as a fraction. Exam question. Well done. Got it. I can raise indices with 2 and 3 terms to a fractional power. I agree. You'll be fine here, I think. Let's try. Yeah, let's try A, B, and C. B. That's it. And last one. That's it. So the whole thing 5 over 3. How about up the top? That would be to the 3 over 2. This is to the 2 over 3. That's it. And so the numerator is the power you're raising to, and then the denominator is the root. Okay, let's try these down here. Part A. Mm-hmm. And part B. Mm-hmm. That's it. Yeah, any questions there? Okay, so okay. That's 1/8. That one was 9. Yep. What would be D? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's it. Fine. Okay, exam question. That's it. I can raise indices to a fractional power with a non-unit numerator. Okay, let's try this first one. That's it. How about B? And part C. Well done. And D. I believe the question has y to the power of minus 5. Yeah. Yeah. Well done. Any questions there? Okay. And exam question. Mm-hmm. Well done. I can raise indices to a fractional and negative power. Yeah. And okay, so these are further maths only. I think all right, we'll do them. They're further maths. So you can see here how there's some overlap, and they just kind of take it to the next level towards the end. Like keep in mind, so if I just go back a second, so this one that you just did, this is a grade 9 GCSE question, and so the overlap is at the top. It's at the kind of grade 8, grade 9. Okay, so let's try these. Mm-hmm. Okay, next one. And what did you say C was? Sorry, 27? That's it. Okay, 2A. B. Mm-hmm. 2, 5. So that is 4/5 and question 3. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So that's the numerator. Yeah. That's it. E to the 6. Okay, any questions there? Okay, so that was the further maths questions, and that's like a good mix of everything. So this is another mixed question thing. If you were able to do the previous one, I imagine you'll be fine for this. What would be this one here, the M? And is there any other way to write that? What would be this big one, the C? Simplify. Oh no, that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I think that's okay. This one. What would be this simplify fully one? that's it. And I just want to say, okay, I can simplify expressions with fractional and negative indices. Yeah, and where is the book? So this one is Surds, algebraic indices. So this is the normal book. I just want to go to the end of this chapter. Is this it? No. Or perhaps. Anyway, I'll get there in a second. So what are these for? Something to the power of something. What are these four things for? When do you copy the base and add the powers? The base is the big number in an index. Sure. Okay, so a to the x times a to the y. How about when do you copy the base and subtract the powers? When do you copy the base and multiply the powers? When do you have 1? That's it. And there. So let's see. So x to the minus m is 1 over x to the m. X to the 1 over n is the same as the nth root. And so in the book, this is a pretty huge chapter, so there's lots of other stuff. The unit test, and we did it. I just want to see if there's more of a recap. No, that's it. Yeah, so you're good for indices anyway. I think what I would do after this is maybe surds, because that kind of follows on. How does that sound? Okay. Any questions for me in general? Okay, great. That's great, yeah. Yeah, any other questions or anything? Okay, well done, Stefan. This is great. You're doing grade 9 for GCSE and doing all the further maths. So, yeah, and I just got the results back from a girl who was doing GCSE and further maths as well, and she got a 9 in GCSE and A star in further maths. So, it looks like